Hey everyone, it's FLAK Fire. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer reveal is here, and there's plenty of gameplay out in the wild. Some influencers got hands-on a build of the game, and their reactions are, needless to say, mixed. That's a warning bell, and one of many that's triggering my déjà vu to one of video games' most cautionary tales in Battlefield 5. The development of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has been steeped in rumors of problems, directional changes, and infighting between the developers that Activision tasked with the franchise. In May of 2019, Kotaku reported the game was in serious trouble, with Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software apparently at an impasse regarding the game's direction. As a result, Treyarch was allegedly pulled off of development of a different game and put in charge of the project, backstopped by Raven. Video from Cold War's multiplayer reveal lends serious credence to these rumors. The gameplay is very reminiscent of Sledgehammer Games' most recent work in Call of Duty World War II. It's rumored that Battlefield 5 suffered a similar fate. Some sources say DICE Sweden was put under the gun to create a stopgap title when development of a game at DICE LA failed. The result was a game that launched piecemeal, rough around the edges, and without clear direction. And there are visible symptoms of this in Black Ops Cold War. Players have called it a step back, while others spin it as quote-unquote old-school Call of Duty. Either way, it's hard to not notice the game is pared down, especially when compared with the current Modern Warfare. Some glaring examples of this include Cold War's weapon customization system, which is a bare-bones shadow of the one featured in Modern Warfare. Time to kill is slower, movement seems more rigid and unrefined, and important competitive game modes like Search and Destroy are missing entirely. Maps even seem more simplistic. On top of all this, there's also the question of how development has been impacted by COVID and the new workflows. We have no idea what development of the game looks like behind closed doors, but I can't imagine that it's very streamlined and efficient. On another note, Black Ops Cold War really lacks a true wow factor, something to make it stand out from recent games in the franchise. Battlefield 5 faced similar criticisms. Developers abandoned behemoths from Battlefield 1 and Levolution from Battlefield 4, opting instead for smaller game mechanics like fortifications and reinforcement call-ins like the V1 rocket. Now, those are great additions, but they're not something that really sells a game to players. It is true that Cold War is resurrecting the Zombies game mode, but I can't help but feel this has kind of been played out, even after taking a break from it from Modern Warfare. I know there is a chunk of the Call of Duty community that absolutely loves that game mode, but I question whether or not that's going to be a big enough draw to pull players away from Warzone. And let's talk a bit about that elephant in the room. Warzone is by all accounts a tremendous success. However, it could also be what spells doom for Black Ops Cold War. Activision is committed to supporting Warzone separately, and to be fair, they're actually doing a pretty good job of it, minus some issues with cheating. Based on Twitch numbers, Modern Warfare is currently ranked 4th among the most watched games on the streaming platform. Players just don't seem to be getting tired of the gameplay in Warzone. Many will face the simple dilemma of, I only have space on my hard drive for one Call of Duty, which one am I going to keep? Based on first impressions, I don't think Cold War has the appeal to overpower Warzone in the long term. Activision has also said they're going to be giving players basically a Cold War light in Warzone, announcing they're bringing several new weapons, vehicles, and locations from the upcoming game into the Battle Royale. If Activision is giving Warzone players a Cold War by proxy, many may simply not see the need to buy Cold War outside of habit. On the flip side, devs say progression in Black Ops Cold War will be tied to Warzone in some way, so that might convince some people to buy it. There's also the issue that we have no idea how Black Ops will be received on a cultural level. Battlefield 5 was severely criticized for its fictional take on some historical events. Armchair historians took the game to task over its representation of women and claimed it was trying to rewrite history. That same group also slammed Call of Duty World War II on similar grounds. Naturally, with a historical background, Black Ops Cold War runs those same risks. The game's campaign mixes fiction with historical events, and if not presented properly, it could lead to some serious backlash. You might not remember, but with the release of the original Black Ops, the government of Cuba condemned the game because of the portrayed attempted assassination of leader Fidel Castro in a mission. Meanwhile, Manuel Noriega actually tried to sue Activision over his appearance in Black Ops 2. In fact, we've already seen some pushback on this. The Cold War teaser trailer was banned in China for including a mere second of footage from the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests. That teaser was pulled and then replaced with a version scrubbed of the footage. Such moves have many questioning how Cold War intends to present an accurate version of historical events surrounding the topic of communist and Western governments when developers are apparently at the mercy of Chinese censors. There's also a pretty big X factor in this in terms of YouTubers and media outlets. They do have a habit of blowing things completely out of proportion for quick views and that quick buck. If there's a weakness to the game or potential for controversy, they are gonna find it. Exactly how developers respond to this will also determine how well Cold War is received. If you'll recall, EA and DICE execs botched the response to criticism surrounding Battlefield 5, and it led to significant fallout and animosity between players and developers. If Activision, Treyarch, and Raven can't avoid those same pitfalls, they risk doing significant damage to their brand and crippling the launch of Cold War. Now, personally, I'm excited for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which, by the way, what kind of name is that? That's incredibly long and not easy to say. But I have kind of missed the simplicity of older Call of Duty games, and I am intrigued by the game's single-player storyline. But whether or not the game will be a commercial success remains up in the air. Hopefully, Cold War doesn't wind up as Call of Duty's Battlefield 5. Make sure you tell me your thoughts on all of this. Do you think that Call of Duty Cold War is approaching things the right way? Should they make some changes? What do you like? What do you don't like about what you've seen so far? Tell me down below in the comments. Again, this is all pretty much speculation here, but I am one of those people that really tries to see the writing on the wall for some things, and with what we've seen for Cold War, I just don't have a lot of confidence in it. I'm not sure if I'm the only one in the boat there for that, so tell me what you think down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, a dislike, and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to get notified of the latest videos. You can also join our community on Discord or on social media. Links to that are in the video description. And as always, thanks for watching.